Hey guys, Brian here from WIF-Pro. Here today to talk to you about the control box, the user interface that you have for your WIF-Pro water and fuel monitoring system or detection system. I'm going to show you here. This is the box that's active right now. You'll have one of two control boxes. You'll either have the cut-in flush mount box or the surface mount box. I'm doing a startup here. It's going through a self-test, and you'll notice at the end it will give you an audible 2-beep confirmation. And what that 2 beeps means, it's a positive reinforcement that you've started up, everything's self-tested, and everything's operational. You'll notice on your control panel, an LED light, one for each motor. This is a port and starboard, the 2-motor system in this case. This is what a 3-motor system would look like. So you always have one LED per motor count. So it starts up, it gives you a 2-beep confirmation to let you know everything's good, ready to go. Also gives you 2 green lights. The surface mount box has the same exact functionality. You'll see there's a small legend on both of them. You have a 3-line legend here and a 3-line legend here, and we'll go through that in a second. But it works the same exact way. Both are NMEA certified, so they connect and speak to the chart plotter on your boat. What these 2 green lights mean is that you're actively monitoring on both of your sensor rings on your filters. You can do, if you look at your legend here, the first line there is test. That's a manual test which says push and hold for 2 seconds. So I can take, for example, the starboard side, and if I push and hold that button for 2 seconds, you'll see that the button goes solid red, the alarm goes off, and your engine 2 water and fuel alert shows up on your chart plotter. We can do the same thing for the port side. Press and hold for 2 seconds, and you'll see that it shows up on your chart plotter also. So the self-test lets you know both channels are working correctly. Even though it's self-testing, every 5 to 10 seconds it will alert you if it's not working. The second line on the legend is day-night toggle. And what that basically means is if you have for example, a cut-in box on your helm, these green lights can get quite bright at night. So if you take any one of the LEDs and you just press them 3 consecutive times quickly, you'll notice that they dim, and if I press them again, they'll go bright again. So you have a day-night toggle there. And the last line on the legends is blinking red. And what blinking red means is a system fault. What that basically means is the self-testing portion of the system is running a sensor test and making sure they're operating properly. If they're not operating properly, then it will throw you a sensor fault. And I'm going to unplug a sensor here to run you through that. So if a sensor is unplugged, it's naturally not going to be working right. So at the next self-test function, you'll notice the starboard will go to a blinking red. You see the blinking red on the control panel, that's system fault. It will also tell you on your chart plotter, sensor malfunction. If you hit OK, the Garmin will tell you the location of the sensor malfunction. In order to reset that, we'll just reconnect the sensor cable. And on the next self-test, it will pick up that the sensors are operating correctly. You'll notice your control panel went back to green, that it's actively monitoring and everything's operational. On the cut-in box, you'll also have a UV cover. It snaps on quite securely. We don't want these UV covers to blow off when you're trailering a boat. The pulls on the UV cover are either at the top or the bottom. So you can either pull from the top center, or if you have space underneath, you can pull from the bottom. But the pulls on these boxes are meant to be pulled down or up, and they come off quite easily, but snap on securely. That's pretty much it in a nutshell on the control boxes. If you have any questions, reach out to us.